Well, we are currently on the bridge that goes to Wita Tanka, Pike Island. You can see this is the Minnesota River that this little bridge goes over. Now through the trees there, in the distance is the Mississippi River. The Mississippi River and Minnesota Rivers join together here at Pike Island. Pike Island isn't named after the pike fish. It's actually named after Zebulon Pike, who was the colonel who came and bought this portion of Minnesota from the Native Americans. Well, this island has a grim history, as I've said in some of my other videos. I had my facts off a little bit in a prior video. I looked up some information on it this morning, and it was actually some crows. It was actually 1,600 Native Americans that were kept here as prisoners after the Dakota Indian Wars. They were women, elderly, and children. You can read this basically if you want. Basically says that the Native Americans considered these islands full of paranormal activity, these 3 islands here on the Mississippi. And that was before the tragedy happened here. Again, they kept 1,600 elderly women and children as prisoners here. They had very little food and no shelter. And during a really harsh winter, a bunch of them succumbed to cholera and died, which is just horrible when you think about it. I can't imagine having to endure a Minnesota winter with no shelter. Again, you can pause the video if you want to read this stuff. That's why I'm doing this. I really love this island. It has a lot of history. Isn't that pretty, the big chunks of snow falling? It's got a lot of history. It's got a really cool, weird vibe, energy to it. It's just beautiful. It's full of wildlife. I've experienced lots of paranormal activity here on the island itself and in the woods around the area. Again, the Native Americans believe these areas were full of paranormal activity too. Type of things you see at night are balls of light going through the trees. You'll hear voices of people laughing, talking, crying. You'll hear screams. You'll hear what sounds like people going through the trees. It's really kind of cool. It's not something I feel threatened by at all. It's just some kind of weird imprint that's on the area that seems to replay itself at night. The island is just a beautiful place. It's full again of wildlife, deer, fox, coyote, all kinds of raccoons, possum. Doesn't get much prettier than this for scenery in the winter. Boy. Give your big tail. We've been probably hiking for 45 minutes or so. We've gone a few miles. It's a couple-mile walk here from where I parked through the woods to get to the island here along trails. That whole area they're running through is full of these damn burrs. I'm sure they're both going to be covered of them in a minute. Come on! Get out of there. Yeah, come here, Lobo. See what I was talking about? Damn things. Hold on. Look at you too, Kurgan. Great, now it's stuck to my glove. Well, I just spent several minutes pulling a bunch of birds off them, but it's a losing battle because they're everywhere. Everywhere. Lobo's coat is a lot more prone to getting him stuck in them than Kurgan's. Kurgan's coat is a bit coarser. Repels water and dirt and stuff like that a little better than Lobo's. So again, I'd had some trouble the last few weeks with some pixelation going on in some of my videos on and off. Seems to, when I film on myself, I'll go from being in high definition to pixelated. In these kind of semi-dim conditions, you know, I didn't know if I should film with my flash or not. And I'm thinking maybe the dim conditions along with all the white is kind of screwing with the phone a little bit and causing that pixelation. So I'm shooting a few different clips today, some with the flash and some without, to see which, see if that's the problem. Winter walking trail. Again, isn't this just beautiful? And it's got kind of a weird, like I said, energy here when you think about all those people dying of cholera and freezing to death. And that was just, what, a little over 100 years ago? I would love to see what the island looked like back then. Oh, come on, Kurgan. That is slush he's laying in. Again, it's 30 degrees. And he's laying in a puddle of slush. True Minnesota dog. Ooh. You can so tell that he is designed to be in a cold climate. The coldest of weather doesn't affect him. I've never seen him act cold. I've never seen him lift his paw up like it's cold. I've only seen Lobo cold a couple of times, and that's been in like negative 30 below conditions when we've been hiking. Otherwise, he also is really built for this kind of weather. Isn't it beautiful? I'm going to give you guys a panoramic 360 of the area, so you can soak in the atmosphere. Boy, were the roads slippery on my drive today to get down here. There's like a layer of ice underneath all the snow on the roads. I bet there's a lot of accidents this morning during rush hour. I want to say hi to my new subscribers. I've Gotten about 100 new subscribers in the last week and a half. Welcome to the channel. Also, again, want to give a shout out to Dro Simos and Annika Svenska for the shout outs they gave me on their channels. My two videos, well, I gave them a couple of shout outs on a couple of videos the last couple days, but by the time this video gets up, it'll probably be a week. But again, it was really nice of both you guys and some of the smaller channels that have given me shout outs too. I appreciate the support. Both of them have great channels. If you like wolf and wolf dogs, those are two good channels to check out. Again, as I've said in some prior videos, usually when you see me crouching down like that and doing a selfie with my dog, it's because my sciatica is acting up and it relieves the pressure when I crouch down. So now you know my secret. Too many parachute jumps in the Army have done a number on my back, and then I had a pretty severe injury as an animal warden. We got hit by a truck on the job loading an injured dog into my truck at about 2 a.m. The human body is not built to endure a collision with a moving vehicle. Recovery's been a long, slow process. These hikes you see me doing with my two buddies here are part of that. I deal with a lot of chronic pain issues related to my injury, and I'm more comfortable when I'm walking around moving than when I'm standing still. Go figure, huh? But again, that's a good thing because it gets me out doing stuff like this every day. I love being out in the woods alone with my dogs. Some of my favorite time. Again, if you made it this far, thanks for coming along. I hope you're enjoying Wita Tanka. I'm going to wind this clip out here, and we'll start a clip 4 as we continue our hike through the island here. Thanks for coming along. Cool. Like, subscribe, and share. Bye. Say goodbye, Bo. Say goodbye, Kurgan. That's all, folks.